good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon, or good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. How is everyone doing on this awesome Saturday? Now, thank you all that voted. The vote did end. Did it actually end with 69% the last time I looked at it? And as Metallica fan did point out, it was 69% for Kerbal Space Program. Let me have a look. What did it actually finish on? I say finish because I haven't ended it yet, but... Oh, come on, computer. You can do it. 65%. Oh, it went down slightly. It went down. But ultimately, the outright winner was Kerbal Space Program. Not going to lie, I'm kind of happy with that because I've wanted to play this for a while. I played it years ago when it first came out. Hey, Logo. Good to see you. 7 months, man. That's very, very much appreciated. So yeah, I played this years ago when it first came out. I may have dabbled in it a little bit since then, but like, not really. Metallica fan as well with the 7 months. I appreciate that, guys. It's crazy to think someone has supported me for that long, let alone quite a few of you. So yeah, you've lost my train of thought. Thanks for that. I'm gonna have a swig of my tea now. So with Kerbal Space Program 2 coming out in spring, I think it is, next year, I thought, you know what, I want to play this and sort of get back into it because there's going to be a lot more to Kerbal Space Program 2. And it is rocket science, so there is lots of trial and error. There's going to be lots of funny moments. I should be able to land on the 2 moons of Kerbal, hopefully this stream. But I think, or the only things I can remember of ever doing before is landing on Duna, which is basically Mars in the Kerbal system. So this is going to be a bit of a playthrough. We are going to play this during the week as well, because I'd actually quite like to see all the planets. And you know what, with all the SpaceX stuff going on and all that sort of malarkey, which I'm not going to lie, I've been following it quite a lot. With Firefly finally getting into orbit yesterday. We'll just add that for the nerds that are watching. I thought, why not? Why not? It's a fun game, and it's one that I can sit there and chat with you guys as well. I am playing it on low latency rather than the... No, wait. I'm playing it on normal latency? I don't know what latency I am. The middle one out of the 3. Rather than the lowest, because I've got some mods on. And the mods make this game look absolutely beautiful. Now, I was gonna do the life forms, not life forms. There's like plant life and stuff like that mods. I haven't done that because I found that one can crash, or used to crash my PC, which, to be fair, was on my old PC, so it might be okay on this one. But I didn't want to add it just in case. But anyway, right. Thank you all for the likes. That's freaking awesome. Bro, it's good to see you. I haven't been seeing you for a while, so you've been alright, dude. Metallica fan, always good to see you. Gallon, I appreciate you getting up early to watch. Mark, always love to see you. And hopefully, hopefully we'll get off the launch pad. I mean, some of the stuff you do on the launch pad, so meh. Six Dogs, good to see you, buddy. You're playing Red Dead Redemption 2. That's an awesome game. Awesome game. Willow, it's good to see you. Lunis, also good to see you. And I think I've got everyone. Yes. Anyway, right, I'm waffling, as per usual. So let's stop the music, load up the game, get some music in. Yeah, you should be able to hear that now. That should be off. Get rid of Spotify, because I don't need that anymore. Right, hopefully we won't have any problem with frames like we do with Spider-Man, because this doesn't take a lot. I haven't really set anything apart from the... 180 frames per second. YouTube's probably not going to be able to deal with that. So let's drop that to 60. I kind of want it at 180 now. The Dark Machine, I haven't seen many of them live. I've seen a few of them. But because of the time difference, I've watched quite a lot of them as replays. Like, quite a lot of the launches have been sort of as I'm going to bed, which is quite nice. But, yeah, I haven't seen that many of them live, like, fully. I watch them, I listen to them, sorry, at work. You're always thinking about me. Crow. Right, okay, so let's stop mucking around. I mean, look how beautiful it looks already compared to the normal game. So I don't have any saves, so we're going to start brand new. Save name can just be Flippers. Oh, that's not what I want to do at all. We'll do it as a career mode. No, we'll use Kerbal. We'll use Kerbal. Oh, that's not Kerbal. There's the Kerbal one gone. There it is. Alright, difficulty, I'm going to go easy. Because I want to see the planets. Yeah, we'll leave some penalties on. Science rewards 200%. Yeah, that's fine. Start on 0. Funds, I'm going to cheat and go full to begin with. Launch sites I don't really care about. Crew respawn time can be 1 hour. Advanced stuff I'm not really going to change. Because it's more about like the gravities and stuff like that. Part upgrades we'll use. G-force limits. No, we'll keep all that the same. So it's not going to be a particularly difficult playthrough, but I actually want to see the planets and moons and stuff. So crashed into the asteroid. Oh, I haven't seen that actually. I will have to look at that, Metallica fan. I did see Scott Manley commenting about something about crashing into an asteroid, so I guess it's that. I'm not going to lie, I've been watching Scott Manley to remind myself how to play the game. So, for any of you that don't know, it is basically NASA in the 60s, but rather than just trying to get to the moon, it's trying to get to everywhere. We do upgrade, which is nice, and we do get like a few modern-day rockets and stuff now. But when I originally played it, you hardly had any sort of modern-day stuff. So I'm looking forward to using like the Raptor engine and stuff. But right, this is our space station. Or our space center, should I say, not space station. We're not on an ISS yet. So mods, I do have a couple, which is mainly to do with graphics. The only assisting gameplay one I've got... How do I get out of this? Let's just apply. Uh-oh. I don't, no, that's fine, that's fine. How do I get out of this? Do I click it again? Yeah, there we go. I don't know what this one is. This one. Scatterer. Right, okay. Scatterer is like debris, like on the moons and stuff like that. It's cool. But right, first off, let's get a mission. The first mission, to earn money, science, and rep, we have to gather some scientific data from Kerbal. Very easy. And we might as well launch our first vessel as well. Right, so we can only have 2 for now. We have a runway. Okay, so there is lots of stock ones. Which for the planes, I might use some stock ones, because stock ones are boring. And I'm not very good at making the planes from what I remember. There's a lot to do with centre of mass and lift with planes, and I get a bit confused. Let's say that. Buggies will probably borrow some of the stock ones. Oh, space plane. Nice. But most things we are going to build ourselves. Rocket-wise, at least, anyway. What is that? Alright, there is loads of things I've not seen. There was certainly not propellers and stuff like that when I last played. What? Yeah, totally Metallic fan. Totally. But some space planes would be pretty cool. Certainly if we're going to other planets and using something like that to land. Oh, if we're doing that, we can build stuff in space. Oh, there's so many things you can do on this game, which I haven't done yet. Like, I've never really built a station before. I've built satellites and done things with them, but not really gone to many planets. As I would say, Duna's probably the only one I've been to. Yeah, we're going to have fun. This series is probably going to last a little while. So, anyway, right. So, first 2 missions is to launch our first vessel and to take some scientific data from Kerbal. Basically, what this dude is saying is this is where we build our rockets. Now, it's a lovely assembly building. As we're going to take some scientific data, we're going to need a crew pod, which can only fit one of our lovely Kerbals. We'll use Jebediah because Jebediah is the famous Kerbal that everyone uses. But it's normally Bill and Bob are the other two that are mostly used. Now, they do have skills. They do have stars, as you can see. The more stars you unlock, like the pilot does better things. Not actually sure what the engineer does. I know he repairs stuff, but I don't know what happens when you get more, because I don't really damage stuff. Or I haven't done. To say I don't is going to be a lie. Right, Mech Jeb, you can hide away for a minute. Bob is a scientist who will be very useful, because one of the main things in this game is to take science. Science unlocks more things we can basically use and build and play around with. Right, I don't want another one. And because of that, because our first mission is to take some science, let's stick a mystery goo onto the side of the pod and let's launch. Not going to do much, but it will allow us to get some science and complete our first mission. There we go. Jebediah looking happy. What we can do here, we can observe the mystery goo. Oh, look. So this, if we keep the experiment, we have no antenna, so we can't transmit the data. But if we keep it, we get 6 science, but if we transmit it, we get 1.8. So we'll keep the science. And then what else we can do an EVA, which means basically our Kerbal gets out of the spacecraft. And then what we can do is collect remove the data because it will spoil the experiment. We can store it in there. And we can click on Jebediah and do an EVA report. Oh look, we get 4.8 if we transmit it or if we keep it. Let's transmit it. Oh wait, we can't, so we have it in our backpack anyway. Right, so let's get back in. And we'll recover the vessel to end the mission. Ooh, nice and easy. Now, we should get quite a lot of science. I know it was only 2 things, but we are playing on easy, so we'll get 200%. So 16 science. Wow, so much, so much. No XP because we didn't do anything. But that should complete our first mission. See, achieved goal. So now what we can do, go back into mission control, and then we can select our next one. So our next mission is to escape the atmosphere. Not sure if we'll do that on our first go with the rocket, but we shall see. Right, so we'll use Jebediah again. We'll keep the science on there. And we might even put another one on there. Let me grab that. I could have just grabbed it, actually. I put it on the inside. What we can do symmetry as well. So we can do 2. Now, symmetry is great with a rocket because you want it level. You want it balanced. Oh, totally, Metallic fan. We will be doing that. Because if we're going to other planets, we will want to actually be able to communicate back home with Kerbin. So we haven't unlocked anything else yet, so we've only still got that science. But we have a rocket booster this time. And hopefully, yes we do. That's a parachute, basically. Now what we can do is go back to our mission. Oh, sorry, back to our launch pad. We've got staging. Yes, we do. Now, staging is literally what it sounds like. So, first stage, the rocket will launch. Second stage, the parachute will open. Now, I'm not sure how high we're going to get with just this rocket booster on its own, but we'll see. Because we got a pilot, we can put SAS on. SAS is a stability system whilst flying. Trust me, you want it. But so we had a scientist in here rather than a pilot. You could still launch the spacecraft, but you wouldn't get the stability control. RCS is for more when you're in space, but I'll explain that when we finally get there. So, let's do this. Let's put, I would say throttle to full, but with this booster, I think it's an all and nothing thing. So let's do this. Hey. Right, now we're in flight. Let's observe a mystery goo. And we'll keep that data. So that's the first stage of atmosphere. We may get into the second stage. If we do, which it looks like we will, I will observe this mystery goo. Okay, we're definitely in the second stage. And we'll keep that data. And that gives us some more science when we get home. Now, we're kind of going a bit fast. I don't know if I'd be happy in this, if it was me. We're about to stop. I don't know if we can do an EVA at this height. No. How pretty Kerbin looks. To all those that think Kerbin is flat, clearly see the curvature of the Earth. Or the Kerbin, sorry. And look, there's the moon. Shining brightly in blanket sky. Oh wait, no. Something. Oh. I do hope the stream's okay, because my Google Chrome, which is what I use for YouTube, just decided to refresh on me. So now we're speeding back to Earth, looking kind of dangerous at this moment in time. So I'm going to deploy the parachute, just to try and slow us down a bit before it fully deploys. Because otherwise Jebediah is going to an early grave, I'm afraid. Ooh. There we go. Slow down, slow down. Ooh. Oh, that was close. Stream's fine, cool. Thanks, Potatica. There are missions where you can do that, which, when we unlock enough stuff, we'll get a plane and do that. Oh, look at that. Landed perfectly. So now we'll recover the vessel. I have to say, first flight for Kerbin kind was a success. Right, so now we've got more science. Now with this, and we got more funds because we recovered bits from the launch. And we got an XP. Well done, Jebediah. Right, so other buildings that we've got research and development, which is where we're going to go next. Astronaut complex, which is where you hire new astronauts, because in the likely event of we accidentally strand a Kerbin on another planet or moon, we're going to need other ones to come and rescue them. Which, I'm not going to lie, it happens a lot. Certainly when I'm playing. Administration building, I don't really use, but it basically... It's like marketing, basically. So when things happen, you can recover more science or recover more finances, that sort of thing. I don't think we'll need it on easy, but if you're playing on a lot harder levels, a lot harder gameplay, you will definitely be using it. We did all those, and last, oh no, we haven't done the space plane hangar, but that's where you make planes, basically. And then we got the tracking station. Tracking station shows you our galaxy. Our galaxy is our solar system, sorry. It's because I've been watching Kerbal Space Program 2 trailers, which is all about the known universe and maybe further afield. So, as you can see, this is Kerbin. We have the moon, which is our moon. And then we have Minis as well. Minis is our second moon. But if we zoom out even further, we can go to our whole solar system. See, we have a sun, we have Eve, we have Moho, we have Duna, we have Jewel, which is one I'm excited to go to, and we also have Elu. Now, Elu is going to be quite difficult to get to, because the best time to get to it is when it's on its closest orbit, which is around here. So there is things like we need to pass time, basically, for the planets to move to the best alignment, which is why I use a mod called MechJeb, because basically it works that stuff out for us. But right, so let's go back to our mission control. Wow. So now we only have one mission, because we've done our couple of contracts. We need to escape the atmosphere, which we should be able to do on our next one. But now we've got quite a few missions. Right. So these ones we'll use a plane for, so I'm not going to use them just yet. I want to get out of the atmosphere before we start doing planes, because this is a space program, not flight program. That was awful, Flippers. That was awful. Right, so what's this? Wants us to test the LVT-45 swivel liquid engine splashed down at Kerbal. So that means we've got to try and aim for coming back into water if we're going to use it. And we can't... Can we use it? Yeah, we'll accept that, because coming down in water is quite common. And then another one is test the parachute in flight. So, we haven't got enough, have we? That's it. Come out. Crow, I would definitely employ you to insult people. When I build a space station, you can be the first one on it. Now, I don't think we can rename Kerbals, because if we can, we will. But right, so now let's build a better rocket. Let's get rid of that. And try and escape. Oh, we didn't unlock stuff. Save and continue. Fine. Alright, what I meant to do first was go to the research and development, should I say. And here we can unlock some more stuff. So basic rocketry. That's the swivel engine we're going to need to test anyway. We've got basically the same rocket booster as we were using, but this time with 2 fuel tanks on it. Does a bit more thrust in a vacuum as well as in... basically on a planet. So with gravity and all the other forces applied on it. And then we have a fuel tank, because this swivel engine doesn't come with its own fuel supply. We have to build our fuel supply. We have 5, so let's build that. Now, engineering gives us a decoupler, which, trust me, is very useful. Lunas, I am doing much better, dude. You might be able to hear it in my voice that I'm pretty much back to normal. I'm still a bit blocked up and a bit, like, coldy, but I think that's more to do with the change in temperature in the UK, rather than just being sick now. So, yeah, we have a decoupler, which basically does what it says on the tin. It decouples the stage that you're on. So we're going to need that. Thermometer, we're going to want that for more science. Antenna for transmitting stuff back down to Kerbal. And a different type of antenna. So let's do that one as well. Now, how much have we got? We got 50 still. Okay, so we'll do probably the next rounds. Oh, solid rocket boosters. All right, let's have a go on this one. See what more we can do. So, do we want to... We'll try to. Go into science, and now we have thermometers. We'll have 2 of those, but we'll change the... Oh, can I not do radio in this? Alright, we'll do a single one then. Maybe it's only in the space plane one you can do radio rather than opposites. We'll put 2 of those on. I know they're not perfectly symmetrical, but doesn't matter. And because we're going to use a different type of booster, let's put in some more fuel. It'll be heavy. So, staging, we do not want the rocket booster igniting at the same time as the parachute igniting. So we'll add another stage and move that down there. So we've also got these ones, but what I'm actually going to use is some of these. What we can do is just attach it on... have we got a normal decoupler, or have we only got the circular ones? No, I've only got circular ones. So we're going to put a decoupler on, which I forgot, because we don't want all the rest coming back down with us. Do we have a thermal? No, we don't. Should we just use that? Should we put the boosters on? Let's put the boosters on. This isn't going to give us any of our tasks done, I don't think. But this will... Oh, will it escape the atmosphere? We may escape the atmosphere. And we're going to need another stage. I lower them. Don't know if this is going to work, because without a radial decoupler, these are going to stay on. So let's just use it like this. Let's go a bit bigger. Hey, Minnie's here. Good to see you, Minnie. Stick a couple more on. More fuel equals more weight, but we have more power. Well, this is going to be fun. And let's try and break the atmosphere. The rocket scientist. Yeah, you say that. I've played this a lot back when it first came out. It's difficult. It is real rocket science and real physics. Oh, okay. I see a problem with my staging. So basically what this is telling me is we're going to fire the rocket booster, but it's also going to decouple at the same time. So luckily, we can add another stage in here, fire the rockets. Then when that's run out, we can decouple, slowly come back down to Kerbin, and then parachute to do the final descent. So, throttle to full. Stability control on. Jebediah, good luck, sir. Now, I failed, because I should have done one of these on the launch pad. But we'll do that next time. Ooh. Oh, we're going fast. We are going very fast. Gonna break the speed of sound. Oh, we've broken the speed of sound. I probably should have put more thermometers on, because we're going to go into the second layer of atmosphere, which is this one. Log the temperature. Grab that. Crikey, we're definitely getting into upper atmosphere. Which now we can observe the mystery goo. Keep that. Right, now we're out of rocket. So let's get rid of that, because that's dangerous. I mean, it's not that bad, in the sense of there's no fuel left in it. So it's not going to explode. Oh, are we going to escape the atmosphere? Let's go to, yeah, oh crikey, yeah, we're miles above the atmosphere. That's a long way up. Right, so we're now in the highest layer of atmosphere. Let's observe the mystery goo. Oh, I did it too early. We've escaped the atmosphere. That's what this music is. But now we've escaped the atmosphere, what we can do is get Jebediah. Are we not high enough yet? Oh, we haven't got a good enough spacesuit. Ah, okay. We're on a surface astronaut upgrade. All right, okay. I was going to do an EVA, which basically means he can hold on in outer space, which is pretty cool. Look how pretty it is. I'm not going to lie. If you just download the normal game, it doesn't look as pretty as this. But there's some very, very easy mods to put in to make it look as pretty. Well, I can't wait for the second one to come out. It's going to be awesome. So what's the object in the game? Well, we're doing career mode, which basically means we have to try and do set missions. So it'll be contracts to do things. Like we'll have to build a space station at some point. We will have to make almost like a trip to the moon for random Kerbals and stuff like that. But our main mission is to discover all of the planets, which are all of these, and all of the moons associated with the planets. Because I've only ever seen one other planet, which is this one, Luna, which is basically Mars. I have been watching a few videos. I feel like we're going to be able to do it quite easily. Right, so we're almost at the very top point of our orbit. Look at that. 151,000 meters above sea level. We're going to be coming in hot, which hopefully our space shuttle or our pod is not going to burn up on re-entry. And will slow down enough so we can deploy the parachute to make sure Jebediah here doesn't crash into the sea and die. So yeah, this may have been a bit fast, not going to lie. With the speed we were going, I reckon we could have got a good halfway round the planet before coming back down. But I didn't do that, I just shot straight up. Yeah, it doesn't normally look this cool, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I literally just said I've got mods on. But I've got quite a few visual mods on. Yeah, exactly that. Kerbal is round. You would never have guessed. So because Kerbal is round and it is rotating in a easterly direction, I say easterly, but it's east from our current position. When launching off of our launch pad all the way back down there, it's actually better to point slightly east. That way, you'll use Earth's rotation, or gravity applied on Earth's rotation, to help you get to speed. Rather than going straight up and then turning level and then firing straight forward. But you'll see we'll probably do that at some points anyway, because, yeah, I will build some rockets that are probably a bit too heavy to do that. As you can see, we're going that way. Because the Kerbin is rotating this way. Eat your heart out, flat earthers. Exactly. So now we are falling back down to Kerbin at a very, very quick rate. 420 meters a second. Yeah, we may burn up on re-entry. I didn't actually want to go this far out of Kerbin, but we did. We did. Jebediah looks happy, but I would be absolutely pooping it if it was me. Nope, we haven't unlocked the heat shield yet. Yeah, might be a slight problem. So what we can do, we can speed up time anyway, because this fall is going to take a while. Right, there we go. We're back into Kerbin orbit. Well, we're in Kerbin orbit. We're into its atmosphere, sorry. All round the globe, yes, yes. See, this is all new. Looks like cities. So when you're in space at night, you'll see all the lights on and stuff. It's cool. Alright, there we go. Oh. Should be slowing down now. Yeah, we are. Jebediah still looks alright. He still looks alright. I'm impressed. Hey, we didn't burn up. Oh, we didn't burn up on re-entry. And we are actually slow enough to deploy the balloon. Balloon? Parachute? It's not a balloon. And hello, Mr. Fox. Good to see you, buddy. So unfortunately, these don't look like cities when you come down to ground level. Speed up. All that, 8 minutes. That's all it took. There we go, that's just exploded. You've just seen Jebediah. He is a very, very special Kerbin. He's got more cojones than I've got, let's say that. Alright, let's speed this up. Come on, faster. We can get back to Kerbin quite easily. But because we're now no longer on the launch site, we will land down on the ground. Oh. And we'll do an EVA. Now, Jebediah can hit the ground. EVA report. We'll take it back with us. Because we are in the lowlands, means we can get more research data. Get back in, recover the vessel. Boom! More science, more funds. We got tons of funds. I mean, I cheated with the amount of funds we've got to start with. But that's quite a lot of science, 135. With that, we should at least be able to build something that can get into orbit, if not be able to get to our first moon. Yeah, no XP for Jebediah. Right. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go back to our mission control. I'm actually going to upgrade the mission control so we can do more missions. So if you right-click on them, you can upgrade. Which you can do for every building. No space lunas. See, I would love it. I would absolutely love to go into space. I think it would be incredible. Absolutely amazing to do it. But there's a lot of fear with it as well. Right, okay, so now we can do 7 contracts. So we can actually do quite a lot of things. So, test the parachute over flight. What that means is we've got to be flying, obviously. But we've got to be between the altitude of 2,000 and 9,000 meters above sea level, basically. And speed between 50 meters a second and 250 meters a second. It's going to be difficult to do that. Actually going to be quite difficult to do that. So I'm not going to do it. So, in flight over Kerbal. It means we've got to get to height, then use the booster. Orbiting. Right, let's do a fun one. Let's orbit Kerbin. We'll get some. We'll get some because we will do these shortly. Decoupler in orbit. So you don't want to lose them because they do reset for other things. Suborbital trajectory. Oh, oh. Alright, that'll do for now. That'll do for now. I mean, we've got tons of money, so it doesn't really matter about doing these. And we're going to get so much science. That's not really going to be an issue either. Right, let's do Orbit 1. Our first attempt of getting a Kerbin into orbit above the Earth. I say Earth. It's not really Earth. Is it the swivel? Yeah, we have got the swivel. Oh, I didn't unlock anything, did I? We need to unlock more to be able to do it successfully. Really safely. So, research and development. Let's do more rocketeering. Stability control, which is what we're after. And we're after radial decouplers. You'll see why shortly. And we'll do this because we've got the heat shields, which we're definitely going to need. We've got pressure barometer. So basically, we will be able to do that on Kerbin as well as the stages going up into the atmosphere and out of. Radiator panel, basically, so that helps you disperse heat. Landing strut, we're not going to need yet. Radio-mounted chute, we will be using. And a radio-mounted chute like the ones that we've already got on top. But I will explain the difference when we do it. And a service bay, which we want, because we can store our scientific experiments in there. That'll probably do for now. We'll do the next row net after we do this flight. We've got so much science, we should be able to do the whole row. Oh, 45. Okay, no. No, we won't then. So, this one clearly got us out of our atmosphere and into space. But what we're also going to need... a couple of these bad boys on the side. We're not going to need it, to be honest. We could do it smaller, but they're fun. So what I did wrong, what I should have done, is do this. Mirror. And then put these on. Look at that, that's a beast. We also want some aerodynamics going on here. Do those. We might even have to lower it. That's probably better. I say probably. And we're probably going to want some wings to help with stability. Can I place 3? I don't think I'm going to be able to place it like that. Will only let me place 2. Oh, it's because I'm going on the... There we go. It's because I was touching the boosters. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Okay, because of that, don't know if we're going to have too many parts. Yeah. Oh, our mass is too much for the launch pad. Right, okay. So let's, because we're going bigger than this anyway. We want the decoupler off. We'll keep building. And on here, we want the service bay. Where are you? Payload. You should be in. Yep, there we go. Service bay. And then we can open this. Zoom in. And then we can put some of our experiments in here. So like mystery goo, for instance. You want to rotate from that. But we can do it. That's the rotate tool. Then you click apart. Ding, 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 ding. I think there's shortcuts to do it, but I cannot remember for the life of me what the shortcuts are. That's 3 mystery goos. Back to place. We're also going to want a few more of these. Let's get rid of that. In here... Oh, because of the mystery goose, it doesn't want me to. Alright, fine. Doesn't matter. We will go back to singular. So, we're going to want one on Kerbin. Shut the doors. Let's go back to science. Give it here. We're going to want one in orbit. And we're going to want one wherever we land. And we also have these things as well. Go on this side, which will do landed, flight over Kerbin, lower atmosphere. Oh, this is going to make us unbalanced. Upper atmosphere, outer 6. 6 seems a bit much, but we'll do it anyway. Right, so we've got quite a few things in there. And what we're also going to want now, not electrical, we want thermal, we are going to want the heat shield. That's not the heat shield we want. That's the heat shield we want. So, because of this, it'll save us coming back down to Earth from becoming a fiery mess, basically. So, we're going to be going fast, very, very fast when we come back down. So we're also going to need more parachutes. Now, these ones are not designed to stop you, but they're designed to slow you down. So we'll put a couple of those on first. So that will slow us down in the upper atmosphere. And then when we're almost hitting the ground, this one will deploy and then slow us right down enough so we safely land. So because of this, we need to change our staging. So we want the 2 to go first. So you're working backwards. This is the last one you want to go off. Then these... The decoupler needs to be on its own with that. I'm going to swap them around. So we want the boosters to go first, then the mains engine, then boosters can drop away, then the rest of the fuel and booster or the main engine can go away. Then we can slowly come down to Kerbin. Beautiful. Now, I don't know if we'll get a full orbit, because we haven't really got anything to slow us down when we're in space. But let's save this. Leave here. Because our launch pad needs to be upgraded. It couldn't take the weight. But now it should be able to take the weight. Oh, really? Oh, I've got too many parts. Right, okay. Parts is easy. Just upgrade the building. There we go. All is fine. And we can delete all these messages because they're the ones that we've completed already. World firsts. Oh, come here. No, not alarm clock. Alarm clock is very useful. But when you've got lots of things in space and you need to remember when things are happening. Right, okay, so we should have Jebediah still. Yep, Jebediah is our still one and only Kerbal to pilot or escape the atmosphere. So let's see how far we can get this one. Wow, we're almost an hour in, and we haven't even got into orbit yet. Cool, that's a little bit sucky. I guess it's because I'm explaining what I'm doing as well, because I'm sure some people have never seen this game before. Hey, Lawson, good to see you. Right, something else I probably should have done, but we'll try it without. What I quite often like doing is putting these parachutes onto the boosters. I normally put one there and one there. on both. So when they run out of fuel, you deploy that, and it pulls them down and backwards slightly. So it protects our rocket from getting hit by them. Because if one of these crashes into this, it will explode. So, right, let's get rid of that. Mech Jeb we haven't got yet, which is still up in the corner. I'll explain what that is. It is a mod, but I'll explain what it is properly when we get to it. And I think we're ready for launch of Orbit 1. Ooh, can you see it rocking? Stability control. Throttle to max. Not that it matters, because these stages aren't throttled by me. They are all or nothings. But let's do this. Look at that. Now, if this was a perfectly designed spaceship, rocket, should I say, I would be tilting slightly over to the left, to the right, to go east. But it's not perfectly designed. So I'm waiting until these solid boosters are done with, and then we'll tip our ship. Right, how much fuel have they got left? Oh, they're almost gone. So I'm going to ignite the next stage. Whoa, look at the speed jump up. Let's slow that down. Because we are pretty getting close to orbital speed now anyway. Get rid of them. And let's tip. Now, this isn't the best ship I've done for... Oh, I didn't do any of the experiments. Damn it. I was more concentrating on getting to orbit than anything else. I'm not doing this very smoothly. There we go. To get to orbit, we need about 2,200 meters a second. And we want to go east. As much as possible. There we go, there we go. Okay, we're not going to have enough fuel by the looks of things to be able to do this. I'm going to drop that down. Run out of fuel. How far have we got? Okay, not too far. Can I not make moves? I guess I can't make moves at this moment in time. Oh, we're focused on Kerbal. I want to be focused on ship. What key is it to go back to? Overlay. IV view. Tab. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't realise you could actually go through that. But let's get out of map view for a second. So we could go a bit faster. We could go a bit further. I want to go back to Kerbal. Jules Moons. Can I set focus, please? Let's get rid of landing sites. Why are you not allowing me to set focus? Elu, Orbit 1, there we go. Right, sorry about that. I feel like we have now gone past our periapsis. Oh, no, we haven't. We haven't. So, best way to make us go further is wait till we get to our highest point and then burn our fuel. Because then it will push this one out as far as possible. Now, I'm conscious of how little fuel we've got. So, if we get into orbit, we might not have enough fuel to be able to get back down. Which, I don't want Jebediah to basically not survive. Are we in a space suit yet? No, we're still not in a space suit. But while we're here, we can do some science experiments. Put all these science experiments on. Okay. I think we've already done a mystery goo, but we'll observe the mystery goo. Alright. You can do science experiments more than once. And it will give you sort of less. There we go. See, we're slowing down. Highway 55? I'm just going to say no, because I don't know what that is. Are you talking literal highway? Right, we're almost at the top. Let's move ourselves over. And go full throttle. And we're out of fuel. So. Oh, we're going to be landing on the dark side of the Kerbal. So what we want to do now is jettison that bit. And then we want to flip round to here. Because we're travelling this direction. We want the heat shield to come into contact with the atmosphere first. It's a food place. Oh, okay. Is it like an American diner sort of thing? Because that's what it sounds like. Sounds like we should be able to do more of these. Yep. More science we do, the better. Now, if we had a scientist... Oh, didn't want to do that. We could reset all these experiments. But we're not. We've got a pilot at the moment. Right. Now we want to sort of speed up. Because even though it looks very pretty, it does take a little while. So, speed up some time. Shame we can't do an EVA yet. It's funny when the Kerbals are in space. You reckon Booster would like it? I hope he would like this. Now what I should be doing... Ooh, crikey. Is following that. Because that is our sort of point of entry. So what way round are we? Whoop, whoop. We stay inside this, the flames should only burn around here. It will come up over the spaceship, but it should only burn the heat shield. Ooh, I wonder what type of terrain we're going to land on. Yeah, what sort of food is it, Lawson? Slightly over. All right, speed up a bit. Oh, right, we're now back into Kerbin's atmosphere. That's why the sort of space music has now ended. Now, I hope that's not copyrighted. I've had a few copyright claims recently on things I played in the past, which I know other people haven't had copyright strikes on, so I'm hoping YouTube realise that it's fake. Ooh, look at that. Still speeding up. Not far off orbital speed with that. That's it. We don't want this thing to flip over, because if it flips over, it's like a dart coming down to Kerbin. Ibadai still looks alright. I would be scared if I was him. Right, now, we can shoot these parachutes. And it will help slow us down. Look at that. Look how much speed dropped. Probably a bit early to have done them, really. Now, I know this one's moving off, but we've gone through the flames. We're a lot slower, it's fine. And it should automatically go to that anyway, the slower we go. We really can't see anything. We haven't got any lights apart from the internal light. I don't know what we're landing on. Are we landing in the sea? Are we landing on Earth? Oh, no, that looks like sea. That's fine, that's fine. We can do some more science if we're going to land in the sea. Alright, let's open up the last parachute. There we go. They've opened fully. Now that one needs to open as well. Get rid of the nav bolt. Right in there, Jebediah. You can always go into his view and have a look. Can't see a lot though, can you, dude? Yeah, not a lot. You do get ones which you can see out of a lot more. Certainly when we get into space planes. Right, let's speed this up. Because falling back down to Kerbin isn't the most exciting thing ever. There we go, there's the final parachute opening. Ooh, come on, 300 meters to go. Unfortunately, it is very slow, but you don't want to break anything. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 6 meters a second is the sort of maximum they can do when they hit the ground without stuff breaking. There we go. Nicely landed in the sea. And luckily, our thing is buoyant, so it floats. As we're here, let's get some more science. There we go. Yeah, pressure thingy. There we go. Can we open it up underwater? Oh, we can. Let's do the last mystery goo. Last but not least, EVA. And another report. Right. Let's get Jebediah back in and let's recover the vessel. Yeah, Lawson, you're leaving us hanging. Oh, 190 science. Look at that. Didn't get any. What was that? Oh, okay. So we did a double. Atmospheric pressure, space center. Oh, okay. Okay. So whenever you do the same experiment, it gives you a bit of data, but it doesn't really give you science. Data is useful when we get space stations and scientific like processing plants sort of thing, or capsule, because they turn this data into science. And then you can start spending it. But all is good. And we've got over 1 million back in funds. Still no new XP for Jebediah, though. Right, okay. So problem with that was that we didn't have enough fuel in our stage. What do you do if you haven't got enough fuel? You make your stage bigger. You certainly had enough speed. I'll tell you that. Let's get rid of that. Go into fuel, sorry. Let's put on some double ones. Let's put on 2 doubles. Go higher. And we'll stick that back on. Now, what do we reckon, chat? Do we reckon that's going to get us to orbit and back? I don't know. If I'm honest, I'm not 100% sure that will. But we may do. We may do. If not, I will turn it into a different type of orbiter, which will have stages to it. But we should... We might be able to. We might be able to with that. Do we have any arms to hold us in place? No. No. No arms. Right. I'm going to go crazy then. And do that. We can have 3 boosters. Man, this is going to be a high orbit. A very high orbit. Right, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank goodness. Hey, Stormy's here. Good to see you, Stormy. We're just trying to leave... or we're trying to get into orbit around Kerbin. Oh, look at that. All right. Okay, what we will do then, because that does not look very safe at all. We will revert flight back to launch assembly. We'll go for structural. Ooh. Did girders fall off? I can't remember if girders fall off or not. Oh, no, I don't think girders do. We need struts. All right, right. Screw that. I say screw that. What's going to happen then when these rocket boosters... Thank you, Metallica. Yep, very good, very good. I need to do one of these pressure thingies before we launch. Thank you. That one's gone. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to move that over there, pin it. That one over there and pin it. So that one we can do that atmosphere, and we need one more. Couldn't remember if we did any of those atmospheres, but we've got plenty of them on there. Mystery goos, we've done all the mystery goos. Temperatures, we've done all the temperatures at the various stages. Right, stability control on. Good luck, Jebediah. This is going to be hectic. These are all going to point inwards because the strut is there. So the top bit is going to bend inwards on launch. But hey, let's do this. Oh, not as bad as I thought, actually. I thought they would tip in more. Right. Oh, braking speed of sound. Slightly rotating. It's because where the rockets are pushing in. Oh, I didn't put the parachutes on again. Never mind. Oh, my word, we're going fast. Right, we want to jettison them. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, that was lucky. Right, now we need to find 90. There we are, because 90 is east. And then we need to tip over. Now, this isn't the best way to get into orbit. It's not the most efficient, way to get into orbit. But the way we are now, we're going to need it. Speed that up a second. Hold it there, just so my spaceship actually carries on at this angle. How high? Okay, as you can see, it's already extending. We are gaining speed, which is good. As I say, we need about 2,200 meters a second to get into an orbit. How's fuel? Fuel's doing alright. Fuel is doing okay. Our periapsis, I think it's called, is going up still slightly. Not even sure how high we are. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to cut that for now. Go back to this one. How high are we? Oh, 84. Oh, we're going to be a fine orbit. Absolutely fine. Oh, I didn't do the science as we were going up. Oh, for goodness sake, Flip. We've done this already. No, Crow, I still haven't fixed them. This just shows how lazy I am. Right, means we can do the next science again. Well, we're going to be 100,000 meters. Should be a cool orbit, though. But we're slowing down. Right, so we need to speed up. Keeping an eye on that fuel, because we still need that fuel to bring us back down to Kerbin. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in space. Slow it down again. We're still pushing ourselves out, is where we don't want to push ourselves out. We want to push ourselves that way. We want to be pushing it so we are always missing the edge of Kerbin, which is how orbit works. Basically, the faster you're falling, or the faster your trajectory, is off the horizon, and then I can't remember the key equation, but it's to the way basically you're being pulled back down to Earth by gravity, but because your lateral speed is so fast, you are missing Kerbin every time, and you're always falling off the edge. So that's how sort of orbit always keeps you at the same distance. Been a long time since I ever looked at rocket science. But that is essentially what they do at NASA. Getting there. We're getting there. When our pilot is a bit more skillful, and when we haven't upgraded our satellite array. When we get that, we'll be able to see heights and things like that. Right, we're almost there. Even the little tiniest bits of push. Like, the engine is only just slightly fired. See how much our speed is increasing already. $2,000. Fastest we've ever gone. Oh, we've almost made an orbit. Almost. Technically we have, but that's too close to the Kerbin's atmosphere, and it will send us back down to Kerbin. But we are in orbit. Can't see where the periapsis is. Periapsis, I believe, if I'm right, is the highest point of the orbit. Hey, Da Vinci! Good to see you, Da Vinci. I did see your message in Discord. I'm sorry, I'm awful at responding. But I saw it this morning. I meant to respond to you. But I didn't want to wake you up with notifications. But it's good to see you here, dude. Alright, so we got a little bit of fuel. Ooh. There we go. That should be orbit. There we go, yeah. Completely orbiting round Kerbin. Can't tell what our lowest is, but that should be perfect for not coming back down to Kerbin's atmosphere. I don't know why it's green. Oh, it's the Aurora. Oh, that's new. That's because of the add-on, or the mods that I've added. Ah, that's cool. I've never seen that. Oh, is it Perlapsis? Oh, okay. For the furthest right, cool. Thank you for that, Metallica fan. It does tell you. It's just because I haven't upgraded our space station. Or our space center. But that is orbit around Kerbin. That. Lights. Love it. Apoapsis, yeah, is the closest, yeah. So I was just finishing off my cup of tea there. That was lovely. Right. So we've got into orbit. Not the most efficiently, I have to say, but we're in orbit. And it's cool. It's cool. I think these are all done anyway. Because we're not in a high orbit. We were technically in an orbit in the last one because of our distance. But there is a low orbit, which is what we are in now, and there is also high orbit. It's all the same. Oh, you could do a crew report. I forgot all about crew reports. Go, we'll keep 10. At least that's something. I'm sure we used a mystery goo. Oh, but we can get 1.1 science from it. Now, I've never done it on coming back down to Kerbal. I wonder if we can do the thermal and the barometer on the way back down. How are you doing, Sid? It's good to see you here. Right, so we want to make it so we come down in the light. I don't really want to try and land in darkness because we have no lights on our ship. But the safest thing to do would be actually to burn it from the other side. So we want retrograde. Because we got a pilot, our pilot will now hold the spaceship onto retrograde, which is basically going to slow us down. So it's the opposite to our prograde, which makes sense. Pro and retro. I want to see the Northern Lights. That's cool. We have southern ones as well. We do. That's awesome. Now, I would like to land in the Badlands, because this would mean more data for us. I'm doing good, Sid. I'm doing good. So to do that, we're going to have to burn quite soon. Just bring this side back down, so we sort of land in here. So I'm going to do that now. What I am going to do, which I should have been doing from the beginning, is hitting F5, which is quick saving. Because if we don't have enough fuel to get back down, we're now going to have to do a rendezvous mission, which I've never done, to try and get Jebediah back. So that's going to be interesting. But if we do manage to get Jebediah back, I reckon we aim for the moon. Or the moon, should I say. Which is quite easy, I'm not going to lie. Hey, Booster's here. Good to see you, Booster. That's right, let's fire up these engines. Now, technically, we are out of orbit already because of the speed that we're going. There we go. Squeezing in. Fuel is still okay. I'm going to stop it there, because it's where it's bringing us in is about here. I want to wait until we get around to about here and then start burning again, so we use all of our fuel and hopefully make it so we land about here. Launching penguins into space. Yes, yes we are. Now, electronics on the ship. I can't remember where the electricity power button is. Which means a second. Yep, we're not in sunlight. But basically we need solar panels and things to keep everything running. But luckily in this ship, because we're coming back down, we don't really need any. Second. But how are you doing, Booster? It's good to see you here. Have you ever played this? I feel like you would quite like this. Right, should we speed up some time? Because unfortunately it does take a long time to do stuff in this game. But that is the whole point. So you can see that the spaceship is no longer on our retrograde. That is because when we fast travel, nothing changes. Our ship stays in the exact same sort of like position. But because we've got retrograde selected here, our Kerbal has been very nice and moved it back round to the correct position for us. Now we do get like drones and stuff like that. AI can control the ship and things, which we will do later on. We will need to. Certainly if we're making satellites to go to other planets and stuff. Right sidebar, you think it's the second button. Ah, yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Good to see you here as well. So you can see our electric charge is dropping. And we have no solar panels on this, so it's not going to recharge. But not really to play. Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Like, we are at the very beginning stage. We haven't really left Kerbal yet. But when we get to go to other planets and stuff, it is fun. And I want to build like a few space stations. The only planet I've ever seen in-game myself, let's say, because I've seen what Jewel looks like, not much, is Duna. I've never gone to any other planets. So I'm looking forward to sending satellites to them and landing on them and stuff. It's going to be fun. Right, so how far around are we? Let's zoom right into Kerbal. Yeah, we can still go a bit further. Speed up time again. Oh, there we go. Right, we are in Kerbal's atmosphere now, which must mean we have dropped below 80. Oh, yeah, we have. Okay, so we're not going to be landing where I want to land. We're going to be landing back in the ocean by these things. All right, never mind. So let's get rid of our fuel. There we go. Fuel is gone. Jettison that little bit. Bye. Where are we coming down? We're coming down in the sea. Have I been tangoed? We actually, or my brother, should I say we. My brother actually has a tango voodoo doll. Right, can we do stuff from here now? Oh, look at that. Yes, we can. Pressure, a little pressure. Grab another one. Oh, meant to pin it. Like so. Open that bad boy up. See if we can do a mystery goo. No. Can't recycle that. How fast we going? Oh, 2,000 meters a second. That's going to be dangerous. There we go. Time to start the fireworks show. Which means we're coming back into the atmosphere. Log the temperature. Ooh, look at that. Log the pressure. We do a crew report here. Because we haven't got anything to store the data in, we would overwrite it. Those? Yeah, fireworks. It's one hell of a fireworks show. Our speed is coming down. We're going way too fast for our parachutes at the moment. That's one small step for man and one colossal waddle for a penguin. Not quite there yet, Gallon. Moon will be our next target, though. Jebediah still looks like he's happy. There we go. Can do these again. Data. Keep that. These. That. We're slow enough to release one of these, but we are still in the upper atmosphere. Yeah, that looks like sea to me. Yep, definitely on the sea. Our orbit's getting smaller and smaller. Geronimo. This will hopefully now... Oh, I probably opened them a bit too early. Going quite fast. Eh. Should be alright. Hope we'll unlock some more bits next. And hopefully I will be able to make a probe. Probe to go to the moon. Because we don't want to lose a Kerbal. In our first attempt to go to the moon. But we should get quite a lot of scientific data. Yes. Oh, yeah. How far are we? 2,000. Still got a long way to go. Let's release the chute and then speed up. Eee. Alright, Nubbin. Good to see you, buddy. Who needs a flipping parachute? I mean, when you're going over 2,000 meters a second, you need to slow down. Come on, come on. I have to say, in the base game, the water looks terrible. So the mod I've got for the water looks pretty damn decent, I have to say. How far? Oh, 40, 30. There we go, and we splash down. Now, we did all these last time, so I don't think we've got any more. Yeah, all the data's gone. So, let's recover the vessel and Jebediah. Squidgy. Oh, cheeky. Oh, look at that science. 327 science. Awesome. And no reputation gained, but 1 XP. Oh, and we are 1 star. Nice. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry. We want to unlock some more parts. Because we want to head for the moon. Right, advanced rocketry. Jebediah Kerbal eats danger for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in his day job at KSC, residence daredevil pilot. But what does he do when he wants to relax at the weekend? He fills fireworks canisters at the state-of-the-art junk facility. What? What? It's like fireworks. Ooh, larger fuel tanks. Ooh. Ooh. Right, let's unlock that. We've got plenty. 327. That's what we want. Some struts. Ooh, we got a crew cabin. Larger decouplers. Launch stabilities. Right, yeah, we want that. Flight control. If we go... there's Mech Jeb. There's the Mech Jeb. We want that. Aviation, not really needed. There we go. There's Sputnik. We want a better probe than that, though. 45 for that. That's docking. That's the one I think we want. How much is it? It's 90. We have got enough. We've got enough to unlock that as well. Yeah, that's probably the one we're going to use. Oh, look at that. Look at these boosters. Yes, booster. I know it's you. SRBs. I reckon we're going to leave it there for upgrades at this second. I want that probe, though. That is the question. Lights. We've got the battery charger. We need the panels. Obvious reasons. Cargo is always useful. Oh, these are the bigger rockets. Let's leave it as it is. Let's leave it. Right, let's get the probe. Screw it. Leave it as it is there. We should be able to build a probe quite easily that will get us to the moon. Right, so let's delete this. Bye. Call this one probe 1. Moon probe 1. Moon. Oh, I'm not typing. Why do you not want me to type? You want me to build something first? Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. So, this is going to be an unmanned rocket, just with this bad boy controlling everything. So, first things first, what does a probe need? A probe needs power. Do 3 batteries. And we'll do 4. Let's do 6. 6 solar cells, so that way it gets charged whatever way round it is. Now, this one is probably just going to stay around the moon. So we're not really going to need to bring it back down to Earth. So we're not really going to need any of the like parachutes or anything like that. But we do want a nose cone on that. Unless we've got... No, doesn't look like we have what I was looking for. It would be an aerodynamics, I would have thought. Basically, there's a thing that you can put on as a stage, and you can cover your payload. Mech Jeb we're going to probably want. That's adapters. Couplings. Engine plate. Add shrouds for windy days. Oh. I didn't realise we could do that, and then you can put engines on there. Wow. I did not realise we could do that. That's the payloads. It looks like we're going to have to do it like that. Really, the only one we got. We're obviously going to want communications. Oh, I don't want that many. That seemed excessive. You in the middle. Science, we're going to want a lot of science on it. Yes, we don't have the thing that I wanted. This might burn up, but we'll see. We'll see. So we want the Science Junior on the back. We also want temperatures. So we're going to be high orbit, escaping orbit or Kerbin's trajectory, and hopefully we're going to get orbit round the moon. So we're going to want 3. We're going to want 3 of these. And we're going to want 3 of these. Don't like that. So these are going to go single. Try and keep it somewhat symmetrical. Right, so that is basically our probe. So it's got an aerial to transmit the stuff back to Kerbin. We got some science on it. So we got 3 thermometers, 3 pressure daters, and 3 goos. This is also a science compartment, which if we open it up, there's science experiments. We'll close that. Which we will do this when we get into orbit around the moon. So now we want to build our little... let's put a decoupler on there first. Probably that one. Yep. So this is the only thing that's going to be left going around the moon once our payload's done. Our fuel system is done. So what we're building now, let's raise this a bit, is the little ship that is going to take us to the moon. Small. That should be enough. Right, so we want to know what our thrust in vacuum is. So that's 240, that's 215. They use up loads. 60. We don't want those. Stationary thrust. Oh, that helps you off the launch pad, does it? So we'll use this one. There we go. That should get us to the moon. And we're also going to want a reaction wheel, aren't we? Yes, we are. So what a reaction wheel does... let's put it after. Should we put it before? After or before the decoupler? Let's do it before. Oh, is it that small? Right. Well, that looks nice. Alright, let's change that. Let's put that bit... Oh, no. That bit over there. That bit over there. That bit over there. That bit on there. That bit on there. That bit back on there. Right, okay. So that helps us with the rotation in space, basically. And we're going to stick a mech jeb on it. A mech jeb is autopilot. Okay, Da Vinci. Take care, dude. We choose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because of the moon. There are really big buttons to like, subscribe, and set notifications to all so we never miss a stream. Nice, Gallon, nice. And for those of you that don't know what Gallon was quoting there, that is JFK's speech for going to the moon. Right, so now we want another decoupler. That should hide that rocket. Yep, nice. Now we want some more fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a beast. And we're going to want the swivel. Where are you, swivel? That is the swivel. Oh. Now, we're definitely going to want some aerodynamics on this bad boy. Where am I going? Aerodynamics. And we're going to use these ones now. And we're going to do 3. There, because these ones actually help steer, which is great. We also want some decouplers, which we'll use 3. And we want the big-ass solid boosters. They need to be lowered a bit. A bit more. Oh, they're not actually on it properly. About there. You need to actually sit on the decoupler. There we go. Alright, close enough. Close enough. That's going to need some aerodynamic work done to it. Oh, dear. Oof. Oof, that's not going to be nice. So we want some aerodynamics. We're going to want them. Definitely going to want some struts, which are, in structural, these things. So struts are great. They hold things in place until they decouple. There, we'll probably put one at the bottom as well. Although I don't like where these are, because they are very close to the wings. Like, very, very close to the wings. Let's move that to there. Put another one of these on here to here. What we're also going to do is to help with stability up here. We're going to do it like so. Oh, that's at an angle. We want it straight. There. Up there. This is probably way too much power for what we actually need it for. I want to make sure we get there. Nothing about because it's hard to get there. No, not at all. No. I thought it was something to do with wanting to visit the aliens myself. Imagine that we had already contact by extraterrestrial life and we just didn't know it. Because the government are scared. Tell us. Alright, lower it a bit more. Because we don't want it miles above the launch pad. Stick those on to hold us in place. Right, so staging. They'll boost. And that will let go as they boost, which is fine. We want to move the decouplers up. That stage down. Which is fine. So when they burn out, they then release and it's just them. So we also want the radial parachutes. Just to try and make my life easier. 1 and 2. No. They go off when that goes off. So it decouples, and the parachutes basically pull it away from us. Hopefully. Right, then that one... Oh, where's they there? Oh, because there was 2 lots of it, wasn't there? It's fine, thank you. Then that decouples, and as that decouples, that one fires, so we can put that and that together. Then we are left with just the probe when we're around the moon. Then we can decouple, and that's just left. Right, let's try this. I feel like we're ready. Let's see what our Delta V's like first. Delta V. In the vacuum, 4... Oh, okay, yeah, we should be fine. Delta V is what they calculate to get us to the moon and things whilst in an atmosphere. Sorry, whilst in a vacuum. Hey, Daniel G. Good to see you. Right, okay. That should hopefully not destroy as we leave our atmosphere, but we'll give it a go. How are we looking down here? Everything's fine. Delete those messages. Bye. Now, we should have probably taken some missions to the moon from the mission control. No, what we definitely need to do first is upgrade our tracking station. So let's revert this back to assembly. Just like the Artemis, we've just gone back into the launch assembly building. And we want to upgrade our tracking station. Because that will basically mean it will show us our heights and things like that, which is very, very useful. And it will show us tracked objects like the satellite when we've come off of it, for instance. We will be able to go back to it and have a look at the moon. So, back into launch assembly because we want to go flying. Your Kerbal ships look like they're leaning tower of spaghetti. If you want to learn how to play this, either Scott Manley or Matt Lowry or something like that. They are the best two that I've learnt from. But right, okay. Stability control on, which is kind of why I picked this probe over the Sputnik probe, because this one has stability control. My word, you need stability. So, throttle up to full. Not that we'll need that yet, but that's just to remind me. So that stage goes off, those parachutes fire, and those parachutes fire. Once that's done, then the last one is that one and the ignition of that booster engine, and finally get rid of the probe. Okay, right, let's try this. Now, MechJeb. Oh, I don't want to create an alarm. Go away. What do we have? Because MechJeb is good, but it's also you have to unlock stuff to be able to unlock more of MechJeb. So it doesn't just give you like a cheat to get into orbit or anything like that. But once we've unlocked more through science, we will be able to do that. So it will really, really help with rendezvousing and stuff like that. We don't really have anything I want. Don't know what smart ass is. Orbit surface, target trajectory. Stations. Okay. I mean, I know what half of this does. I don't really use it that much. It's more later on once we've done so many orbits, it doesn't matter about getting into orbit again. But right, let's try this. Orbit 1. Sorry, Orbit 1. Moon... What we call it? Moon Probe 1, I think it was, wasn't it? Let's try this. Oh, look at that. So much power. We've got a lot of weight because of the amount of fuel we have as well. So we're not actually speeding up that much... that fast, to be fair. I haven't ignited the next stage yet. But as you can see, apoapsis. Need that to be at least 80,000. So, we are slowing down, so I'm going to ignite the next booster to get some more speed. Right, they've burnt out. Oh, the parachutes didn't light. I guess we're too high for the parachutes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cut engine. Oh, no, we're only at 46. Oh, take it back. Now we can start tipping over as well. Whoa, stability control isn't as good as I was hoping. How high are we? 60. Ooh, we're burning through quite a lot of fuel. 70. Right, we're at 80,000, so let's kill that. When we're here, now we've got this new space station. Our new tracking station. We can do maneuver nodes. Basically, boop, we can spin that, and it will tell us how long we need to burn for. Be able to get into orbit. There we go. We're now in orbit, but how high is that? 98. Can bring that down slightly. 83 versus 76. Oh, that's not enough. 9. 80. 80 versus 86. There we go. We have a proper orbit. So now we can... can I perform... No, I can't. I have to do it still. Right. So this is our maneuver node. So we need to try and get our spaceship to that maneuver node. And our burn time... Oh, we need to burn now. At full velocity. Ooh. That's a long burn. This is the hardest bit for energy usage, let's say that. So we're almost halfway through the burn. Down, coming closer. Should still have some fuel left. $14, $13. See, we're almost there. We're almost. Follow that node. Oh, we're out of fuel. Right. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. What happened there? Why did it start going miles off? I don't know what happened there. But we should have orbit. How far are we round here? Oh, 60. No, we still haven't got orbit. Not going to take much to get to it. 84 and 80. There we go. Right. We are now in orbit around Kerbal. Let's get rid of that. We've still got loads of fuel to get to the moon. And remember, we're only going to the moon. So let's set it as a target. We're not coming back. So all this fuel is just a one-way trip. As you can see, the moon is there. So what we're going to need to do is burn when we are basically the opposite side to the moon. To extend this out to try and intercept with the moon. Now, obviously, the moon is rotating round Kerbin. So what we're going to need to do, build up this node. Oh, we're getting a close encounter. But as you can see, we're here, but the moon's all the way over there, which is not what we want. So we can grab this and move it round. Need a bit more power. Oh, there we go. We've got an encounter with the moon. And as you can see, if we just leave it, the moon's gravity is going to send us out here and then come back down. Leave. Yeah, so the moon will be there. When we get here, what we can then do is burn the fuel off and slow our orbit down so the orbit is just round the moon rather than round Kerbin. So, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I'm going to F5 it here because if I've got this wrong, we're just going to have a weird satellite going around here like this. So, let's go to the maneuver node. Oh, wrong way. Over there. Now, if we had a skilled pilot, we could tell the pilot to do it for us. Do we have a warp? Warp here. Nice. That'll slow our time down. Start burn 50%. It's 6 minutes to the node, so it should be 3. But burn time, 12 seconds. That's how long it will take us. That is full power for 12 seconds. But you can see the amount of fuel we've got, 12 seconds is not going to use much of that. Ooh. Jeb's still powered by the things, which is nice. So we're able to move so freely in space because of this thing here. So what this does, it's got reaction wheels inside it, which generate movement, which is what helps us move our spaceship, which is cool. It only really works for smaller ships. It's in 5 minutes. See, that to me sounds wrong. Speed up. Fine, if we miss it, we can realign with the moon. As you can see, the maneuver node is moving with us because we've sped up time. 3 minutes. Yeah, we're going to be at the node in 3 minutes. I reckon we burn now. You should do... Oh, wrong way. You should do half before, half after. Full burn, please. Whoa. Stability control would have been nicer. Alright, we've missed it completely, I think. Oh no, we've got an encounter. We do have an encounter still. It's sending us off miles, but we do have an encounter. Okay. Oh, we have a very, very small encounter. Wow, we're miles off. But right, what we can do here is add another maneuver. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. No, I don't like that. Okay, I feel like I did that wrong. So let's do a lucky quick save that we've done. Let's go back to the quick save. So maybe because it's such a short amount of time. You tell I haven't done this for a while, can't you? Hold it there, please. Let's go. We warp to maneuver. Warp there. We'll do what it says on here. Okay. Kerbin's gravity is pulling us down. That's why the ship keeps changing position. About 1 minute. Oh, I know why I did it wrong. Oh, Flippers, you're a fool. It should be 6 seconds before and 6 seconds after. The burn's only 12 seconds. That's why we were miles off. Nubbin, once I have done this maneuver, I will show you that. It's basically Kerbin's solar system is what you can do. That's why there's 6 seconds difference between that and that. You fool, Flippers. You absolute fool. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Whoop. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 6, 3, 2. Oh. Crikey. Right. We've got an encounter. Definitely got an encounter. That's put our orbit really strange. We can change it. That's fine. We'll get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. So when we're closer to the moon, like here, for instance, we can add another maneuver. Sort of play around with that. I think that's going to be too far away. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I focus on the moon. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got one here, actually. What I should be able to do now Add maneuver here. Shrink it. Yeah, look at that. We're going to get an orbit around the moon. 150 is not that bad, actually. Oh, that's a cool orbit as well. It's off-center. Infinity welcomes careful drivers. Yes, it does. So, a really, really good orbit would be as if we did it that way. Because then it would always be in contact with Kerbal. There would never be a time where it wasn't in contact with Kerbal. So we've got so much fuel still. The next burn to get it into this bit of orbit is 6 seconds. So to bring that down to a fully circular orbit, it's only going to take about 12 seconds altogether. So what we could try is to do this. Oh, I did the wrong one. Let's do it that way. So we do an orbit where it's always going to be facing Kerbin. Now, it does take a bit of playing around. So, cool, that's a big orbit. It's a very, very big orbit. So we want to shrink it, but now we want to bring it back. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's way, way too close, obviously. It's going to crash into the moon. That's not bad for a polar orbit. That is not bad. How far out? Oh, 200. Nah, I want to get a bit closer than that. We want to get a little bit closer. There's a little fiddly. How far is that? 30? Oh, no, that's way too close. 80? Yeah, 80's good. Within 100 will be good. Burn time's only 8 seconds. Only 8 seconds to do it. And then what we'll do when we're here, we'll make another maneuver to shrink it down. So then we have a polar orbit of the moon, which is always in contact with Kerbal. Right, so now we want to focus on... Is there a way to... Because tab is going to take me out. Is there a way to go back? Ah, there we go. There we go. Ah, so that dash takes us back to the probe. Okay, cool. Right, now we've got to wait. So what I'm going to do is warp to here. Whee! Look at that. Look how far away from Kerbal we are. Now, we could be doing science at this point, which we'll probably do one. Observe some mystery goo. But we don't really get much. Don't really get a lot for it. So let's transmit it anyway. Yes, I know. Do pressure, transmit it. And temperature, transmit. You see, there's still a lot more science to collect. So when we do this with a Kerbal, you will see we will get a lot more science. Where's the moon? There it is. Look at that. It's getting closer and closer. I would say we are probably closer to the moon now than we are to Kerbal. Which is freaking awesome. So, let's... How long have we got? We've got 1 hour and 6 minutes until burn. We want to get on the burn first. There we go. Dead center. Then speed up time. Let's go a bit quicker. Ooh. Oh, there we go. You have now just seen we are no longer in the orbit around Kerbal. We are being affected. Oh, we technically are because we're still going that way. But we are being pulled now by the moon's orbit and off of this line. So what we can do is warp to here. Go back into this view so you get a visual. I read that as press splash to cancel. I was like, what the hell is the splash key? Slash. We've got 20 minutes till the burn. This burn is actually going to be quite difficult because we're changing direction as well. So what we could have done in this orbit that we were in, we could have raised it so we were above a pole. And then as you're going over it, shrink it down, and then you'll be doing an orbit this way. But when I've done that, you're still going behind the moon. So the way I've done it is the way that you will still always be in contact with Kerbal. Which I've probably said about 3-4 times now, so I apologise for that. But fuel is getting a bit low, but we haven't got that many more burns to do. Should be okay. 13 minutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop it there. And full burn. Because the pressure of this thing... Ah, that is awful. The pressure on this rocket has just pushed this tiny little spaceship out of line. So we're going to have to do this now. I can't hold it. I can't hold it at that rotation. Oh, dear. We may have screwed this up badly. So I did too fast. Too much power. And we're out of fuel. And we are out of fuel. Alright, get rid of that. So, unfortunately, people, because I mucked up the burn, I used way too much fuel. I went for full burn rather than slow increase, which was a bad idea. But that is now our orbit round the moon. We are in orbit round the moon rather than Kerbal. But we do have a very strange orbit. I'm not going to lie. But as we're here, let's observe some mystery goo. Send that home. Antenna extends. Pressure data. Send that home. And temperature. They're dead, Dave. Everybody's dead. Ah. Good old Holly. Right, so now that's our closest approach, was 134 meters. That should be in lower. So let's warp until we get round to here. Where's the moon? Where is it? Oh, there it is. There. There's the moon. So this is the closest we're getting on this. Yeah, this is the closest we're going to get. That's a cool shot, though. So basically, the booster I used for this was too powerful. Way too powerful. What we can do... Are we in connection with Kerbal? Oh, we can't tell. Let's conduct a survey. Send that back. Now we've got one more mystery goo. Still in high space. Oh, I didn't realise it was high space. Yeah, we don't have any more to send back. Oh, that's annoying. We didn't get close enough. Okay, well, that is it for Moon Probe 1. That's about all we can do with it. We can jettison that, and that's now going to be always in orbit around the moon as well. But that is our first little satellite orbiting another celestial body. Wait, is it a celestial body? that isn't just orbiting around Kerbal. Let's say that. Right. I mean, we were traveling at like 2,000, no, about 10,000 meters a second when I did it. I can't remember what speed we were going then. Some ridiculous speed to get to the moon, though. But when we do it with a Kerbal, we won't bother with the change of trajectory. We will just do a little grab. So, Nubbin, I will show you the full map. So that's our planet. Oh, that's the sun. We'll start off with the sun. We then have Moho, which is meant to be like Mercury. Then we have Eve, which is Venus. There it is. Gilly is a moon of Venus. I'll zoom out so you can see it. So that's a moon of Venus. Then you've got our planet, Kerbal. You have the moon. You have Minos, which is our second moon. Which you'll understand why we've got two moons anyway. Duna, which is the only other planet I've ever been to, which is Mars. You've got its moon as well, Ike. Dres is a moon as well, I think. It's a far moon. Or is it a planet? No, it's a planet. My bad. It's a planet. Then you've got Jewel, and that's got like 4 moons. And then you've also got Elu as well. So that's our solar system. And you can go to all of those planets, basically. Now, I won't lie. Jewel is a gas giant. So you can't actually land on it. But apart from that, I think you can pretty much go to all of them. Or is Eve? Some of them are too poisonous and things to go to as well, but you can still do stuff with the planets and things. But that is it for this satellite. We will leave it where it is, and we will go back to our space station, which I can't remember how. How do we return to our space station? Oh, and we completed the contract. Hey! And we got our world's first milestones. Speed record. Oh, nice. First flyby of the moon. We've escaped the gravitational influence of Kerbin. We've entered orbit to the moon. We've gathered our first scientific data from the moon. You're a gas giant. Wow, chat, wow. Right, how do we go back? I'm sure there's a way to go back to your space station. That's brakes, that's lights. We don't have any lights. Don't have any gears. Abort. I thought this dropped down and you could go back to space station. Docking mode, toggle map. Alright, I'm gonna have to look up the controls. Sorry, bear with me. Orbit. Hey. That's just... Oh, there we go. Tracking station. Space Center. There we go. All right, Daniel. Thanks for being here, dude. Loading. There we go. Oh, look, it's nighttime. How amazing that is. So if we now go to the tracking station, we can now see we have 2 things in orbit around the moon. Is that the actual probe, or is that the booster? This. Ah, so this is the booster. Right, okay. Tracking station. Should be able to delete it. Now, because we can't fly it, because we have no controls on it, we now just have a probe going around the moon. Sweet. You know what that means, though, don't you? That means we're going to have to send a Kerbal near to the moon now. Not sure if we're going to land on it this go. We will see. And we should have some new science. Sorry. Should have science to spend. Because obviously we were sending stuff back. 166. That's not too bad. Right, so what are we going to want for that? What can we get? Separators, connectors. Docking we will need, but not just yet. Cargo storage is useful. I want the hitchhiker storage because it's massive. Monopropellant is great. You will see what that stuff does soon. Advanced inline stabilizer is good. Maneuver and transition. Ah, okay, so that's where you unlock more for MechJeb. We're probably going to need that. Larger heat shields, larger aerodynamics, nose cone, adapters. These are the things that I was on about. See that? Basically, that makes a shell around the outside of the like probe that we just done. Oh, okay. Hinges? Really? Didn't have that in my day when I played this. It's a server. Yep. Oh, wow. Alligator hinge. We didn't have any of this when I played before. Structural tubes. We'll need structural tubes later on when we start building a space station. Fuel systems. Ah, that's a beast of a thing to have. Probably going to be fuel systems then that I'm going to use. Need 180, really. Because I want the MechJeb. Because MechJeb will help with our maneuvers so much easier than what I was doing. Hence why we went off course and it didn't work out very well. Hey, Christy's here. Good to see you, Christy. Right, okay. So what we're going to do first then. Let's leave this. No, let's do MechJeb. Let's do MechJeb first, wherever you are. We haven't got enough to buy another one. So we're going to cheat. Say cheat. Going to build a little rocket. I mean, we could even use the one we had. Orbit 1. Let's just use Orbit 1. Be big enough? I don't think that's going to be big enough. Put some more fuel in. No, that one is the one we want. Two of those. That should be enough for what we want. We've got loads of science on it. Have we unlocked any more science? Hey, we've got Science Bay now, haven't we? Yep, that's where I want it. Science Bay can come off. Decoupler. What I'm actually going to put down is some landing legs. And we want it like so. Want it miles above, so about there. I'm a bit lower than that, actually. How you doing, Christy? It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good Saturday already. Aerodynamics, we don't need new stuff. Decouplers, no, but we can put on some of these. Just to hold it a bit more steady on launch. And we'll also do these. fact, I'm going to ramp it up to the 3 that we did on the big one. Put it more... So there. That's about right. We don't want these to start open, so start retracted. So what I'm going to do... Couplers, booster rockets, then second stage. And when that's fueled, they drop off. And decoupler. Wow, let's get rid of that stage. Let's do that. So it doesn't ignite until these ones have run out. Those to slow us down, and that's land. Right. So, I'm going to try and do a slightly different launch. So, we've always been going east this so far, because... Oh, we didn't put MechJeb on it. Oh, I want MechJeb on it. Yeah, we got Maneuver Planner and Maneuver Editor. Beautiful. Beautiful. Altitude adjustment, aircraft autopilot. We must have MechJeb on it. Oh, I guess not. Alright, let's revert to vehicle assembly. We want the mechanized Jebediah. That's what it stands for. It makes life so much easier. We don't want to get rid of that, so because it's actually an expensive piece, so we get money back if we recover it. But now let's go to launch. I'm good, thank you, Christy. Made it through the working week and meeting friends for pizza and beer later. Nice, nice. Well, I'm going to be trying to get to some planets later. Probably Mars first, or Duna, should I say. Oh, do we have the Ascent one yet? I guess not. I guess not. Right, so I'm going to have to freeball this. But we got Jebediah. I trust Jebediah. Right, so throttle will keep it down for now. Let's go. Oh, that's some speed. Right, let's put it to full. So normally we go east. I am going to try and go south or north so we can do a polar orbit. Try and land on somewhere where we haven't been before. Ooh, I'm starting to roll. Now, obviously, the world's, or the Earth's, oh, sorry. Oh, I thought that was... Kerbals. Alright, cut the engines a second. Now, let's try... Get around. Controls make a bit more sense to me. Oh, going the wrong way now. Oh. Want it about there. So that burn for a little bit. That should change. 95 already. Until we get there. 1 minute and 33. Okay, let's kill off the engines a second. Add a maneuver. Make. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Make the maneuver bigger. Should pretty much be in orbit. 7, so no, that's not orbit yet. That's orbit, but we also want to change the angle of it as well, which is quite difficult. Might have to do is when we're here, is burn it so it's there and there. Because what I'm trying to do is basically land on one of the poles, because the poles will give us a lot of energy. Now, I can be cheeky and go maneuver planner, execute next node. And MechJeb, the lovely thing that it is, will do it for me. Oh, we should have started the burn 4 seconds ago. Come on, Mech. Ooh. Right, we can readjust. Yeah, getting there. So our orbit is slightly off of what the line is, because we were slightly late on doing the initial burn. But we will be able to correct that once we're in orbit. Oh, run out of fuel. So are we over? So, from here, you want to try and bring that over. That. Yeah, so we don't have enough fuel for that burn. So we're not going to be able to do it, I don't think. Certainly not got enough fuel for it. Ah, dang it, I mucked it up. I mucked it up. There is a lot of trial and error in this game. Try it from here. Go for a second. Out of fuel. Oh, we ain't going to be able to change our orbit at all. Right, okay, we're going to have to aim for something somewhere else then, where we haven't been. That is the Badlands, if I'm right. Haven't even got enough fuel for that. Trying to do, make it so we land in an area we haven't been to. That way we can get the science from it. I know. But I want to make sure that we're in the Badlands. I don't know why it's Badlands. Oh, we can't even change it that much either. Ugh. Puts us back into orbit. No, not warp. Oh, poo. Thing is, we've got a few biomes that we haven't looked at yet. We've got coastal, we've got mountainous, we've got the Badlands, which we're going to miss by the looks of things. It looks like we're going to land in the ocean, which is really freaking annoying. That looks mountainous, actually. Ooh. Looks like that's what we're going to have to do, chat. Hopefully we land in a mountainous area. Which is not fun to land in, but we will do it anyway. Alright, let's go back to this view. No worries, Nubbin. No worries at all. I hope you and Kirsty are still enjoying your honeymoon. For science! Exactly. Exactly that. There we go. Mech Jeb should be kicking in any second. There we go. Use the rest of our fuel. We have a tiny bit of fuel left. Go. So that should now bring us down somewhere around here, which hopefully won't be water. The one thing I don't want. Let's fire that stage off. We don't, because it's got a little bit of fuel in. We don't want it to come down with any fuel. We don't want it to explode. Put you on retrograde so Jebediah can do it for us. Oh, 50 science if we collect that. Let's keep that data then. Do a crew report. Nah. Still not doing EVA? No, still can't do an EVA yet. Cheers, dude. Take care. Should we speed up time? Then we'll let Jebediah reconfig. Thank you. Right, now we're back into the atmosphere. Why the space music has gone. Speed up a bit more. How happy Jebediah looks. I don't know if I'd be that happy if I was just looking at that. Can't even see anything. Got to trust everything is happening correctly. And we're landing on the dark side of the moon. Dark side of the moon? The dark side of the sun. No, dark side of the sun? Jesus flippers. There is no dark side of the sun. Dark side of Kerbin is what I meant to say. Okay, we're not getting the fireworks yet. Oh, there we go. There's the fireworks. Does look pretty, re-entry. The duck side of the sun. Is the duck peeking round the side of the sun by any chance? Sorry, that was bad. Thank goodness we got a heat shield. Oh, can't imagine what 2,000 meters per second feels like. Damn you, I was aiming for you. I'm glad you like that, Sid. Slow. Should be able to use those now. Yep, we can. As we are back into the atmosphere as well. Keep it going for a little bit, though. Oh, it's the orbiter. Orbit 1. It's the debris from it. Which later on, which is not something I've done before, but later on, when we get... Let's get those up in case. A robotic arm to grab hold of things, including things like asteroids, we'll be able to collect that and bring it back down into Kerbin. Which is very, very cool. Jebediah, you've done well, sir. Let's close those doors quickly. Although I don't think the doors actually do anything. I think they are literally for aesthetics only. Ah, we missed it. We're coming back into the sea. See how much science we've got. We get back. Come on, come on. I mean, I could put the landing gear down, but I don't think it's really going to do much. Not even an hour any of our trips have taken yet. And I think our trip to the moon with the probe, probably more than an hour in real time, or in Kerbal time, should I say. And we are down. Look at that. Now, I'm sure we've done all these. Yeah, we've done all. So, let's recover the vessel. Sploosh, indeed. Ah, I'm on the telly. Nice. So how much science do we get from that? Oh, 129 science. We've got enough to buy the other bit that I want. Which was... fueling systems? Yeah, because we want that. That is an absolute joy. Monopropellant we'll use soon. So this next mission isn't going to be landing on the moon. We are going to be like a Apollo 10 and get close to the moon. So 10 actually used the lander, but didn't actually go down to the surface. So we will be earlier than that. We are going to try and get captured by the moon and leave the moon. And then in the next stream, which will be 7 o'clock, we will try to land on the moon. And we will also try to land on Minmus. So, we didn't have enough fuel. Was one thing that I got from this. So we're going to need more fuel. Yes, 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 yes. I did know that. It's very, very cool. Oh, we've got loads of new fuel cells. Fuel cells, it's not a fuel cell. Two more. And I'm getting rid of these. Because we're going to build our own. We want the same fuel as this. Yep. And one more for luck. And one on the bottom. And then we want some engines. Now for this, that the swivel. That should be swivel in the middle. So we're going to go for the non-swivel on these ones. And we're going to want a nose cone. I know I've essentially built the same thing. The difference with this is, once I put all three on, so we will connect it with struts to hold them in place. Because that's quite low, we're going to stick another one in here. Okay. Which is done on all of them. That should hold it steady. Steady Eddie. And what we also want... this might work. We're probably going to want another stage, actually. I'm probably going to want another stage. Take that off. Move the... Oh. That's not what I wanted. Move this up higher. And we are going for fuel. That one, please. 1, 2... we want a decoupler. Oh, where's the heat shield? Oh, the heat shield's... Ah. See the problem. And there, like so. Right. Now, rocket. So we want a smaller rocket, actually, than what we were using. 60 to 240. Yeah, let's use that one. So we don't need that much. You saw how small the burns were. Oh, that's a beast of a rocket. Got science. We got mech jeb, so I am actually going to change our pilot out. Let's get rid of him. Let's put our scientist in there. Good old Bob. Now, we're probably going to want a bit more structural engineering going on here. Like so. Hold the wobble. Mech jeb is powered, so we are going to want some solar panels. Where can we put them? It's going to be a nice place. I think we can put them all the way around this, actually. Like so. I know it looks a bit weird. Those legs. I'm going to move down slightly. Whoa. We don't want that many legs. So if we extend them, that's plenty. So hopefully we'll be able to land it properly. We'll see, though. We'll see. Right, let's try moon. Oh, sorry, it's not moon, is it? It's moon. Moon orbits. We don't have batteries on here either, actually. Let's get rid of one of them. Oh, the battery's that small. Oh. Ooh. Oh, can't see the battery now. Getting a bit fiddly. Let's go one on each side there. Oh, it works. And one on each side there. Just so Mech Jeb has enough power. Because we don't want to get to, say, the other side of the moon and then we run out of power. So that would not be fun. More fuel is needed. I was able to go out and get a tour of the spot where one of the telescopes. It's agile. That's awesome. That is so cool, Christy. And where I grew up as a child, where I grew up, there was a observatory, literally on the hill, probably about 10 minutes drive from our house. And we used to go up there quite a lot on open evenings, and like when certain planets were closest to the Earth, they would always open it up to the public and show you it and stuff. It was cool. I'm not even sure if it's there anymore. But yeah, no, I used to love doing that as a child. Right, let's try and get this one to the moon. Will we do it, chat? Will we do it? Okay. Bob, I hope you are... so we can't use stability control. Ooh. Thought Mech Jeb did stability control. Oh, this staging is awful. Oh, I know what we could do. To help this. Revert flight to launch assembly. I think this works. Rather than this being a command module, do that instead. So the command module is it's actually being commanded from here. Power. And then our scientist is just literally in there for the ride. Yeah, let's try that. That way we should still have stability control. Oh, we didn't do our staging. Oh, I can do it from here. Oh, look at it wobbling. Probably should have put the grappling thingies. Right, let's revert. Let's revert. Sorry, there's a little bit of this in Kerbal, I'm afraid. I'm not a pro by any sense of the words. So there's a lot to and froing. Probably lower it as well. Right, so boom, boom, and I actually want you to. When do I want you to fire? You shouldn't be firing then anyway. You should be firing. Oh, do we not have a decoupler? Yeah. So let's put that one in there. Have we not done the fuel either? Oh, I haven't done the fuel pipes either. Foolish flippers. Right, so that launches, it starts all 4 engines. Then it decouples, that's fine. That needs to move. We need another decoupler. There, we need a decoupler. Where are you? Too small? No, that's the right one. You back on there. So now that should decouple. Oh. Right, so launch. Bam, bam, they come off. Then this stage, the boosters fall off. Then next stage, this this fuel stack and engine falls off and ignites this one, which then at the end of it decouples that and parachutes. You want the 2 on their own, and then the 1 finish. Right, that should, I hope, get us to the moon and back. One thing we do need to do, though, fuel pipes. Fuel pipes are absolutely amazing things. So, what we want the fuel to come from here into here. All 3 stages on all 3 of these boosters. So basically, the fuel will run out in these 3 first, but this one should still be fully filled. And then once we get into orbit and then shoot to the moon, we will just have these 2 to sort of get to the moon's orbit and then back to Earth. Should be. Do we have an advanced rotary control yet? Because the advanced one's bigger. That will help us turn in space, basically. That's what that's for. Because we don't have any propellant at the moment in space apart from the the rocket engine. Oh, that's a beast of a rocket. The size of it. Stabilizers. Don't need stabilizers. We've got the probe in there, which is going to do all the piloting for us. Because our science guy can't do a lot of piloting. Gallon, I totally agree. Right, here we go. Oh, we're rocking. So, throttle to full. Stability control on. And lift off. Oh, look at that. I don't think I did the fuel correctly, because why is our main engine losing fuel? Did I only do it on 1? Oh, it's done it on all 3. Right, how big is our apoapsis? 25, 26, 27. Need that about 80. Go. Time to fix some dinner. All right, Sid. Hopefully we'll see you later for some more of this. Because I will be doing this at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock your time as well. It's all right. Let's cut engines. Still have some fuel. Now we want to tip over. Oh, twisting the wrong way there. Go. And fire. Now, one problem I've just foreseen. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Woo! Woo, it's fine. Ah, look at that. We've now got full fuel. So it wasn't doing it as I thought. There we go. We're getting there. Let's cut that. Now let's do our maneuver. Quite quick about it. You 500? No, I don't want it that far. 130. Oh. 20. 99, there we go. Right, mech jeb. Oh no, you're going to be over. I should have had this up first. Maneuver planner. Execute node. Luckily, you're right by it, so it shouldn't take any longer, really. Boom. Okay. Ah, we got plenty of fuel. Crikey. I didn't realise we'd have quite so much fuel. I would say we're not that much fuel off of landing on the moon. Which we're not going to do in this one. We will do that in the next one, though. And try and get to Minas, because Minas is a cool moon as well. Probably easier than the moon, because the moon has got some strange gravitational stuff, which you will see later on. Ah, no, our fuel's going down quite a lot now. The orbit takes a lot of fuel. A lot of fuel. That's why it's so difficult. And there we go. We are now in orbit. We still got a little bit of fuel left in this one before we go into this one. So now, let's do what we did last time. Find where the moon is. There it is. Add maneuver. And fire it up to the moon's orbital line. It's about there. Oh no, a bit more. There we go. That should encounter the moon, but not at this angle. Oh, there we go. Let's do it a bit more than that. Try get that periapsis as low as possible. 150, that's 400. Boost a little bit more. 500, oh, it's going further away. $900, oh, crikey. It's almost like we're boosting past it now. $172. 153. 49. 106. Right, that's 100 meters away. Sorry, 100,000 meters away from the moon's surface, which is not bad. Not bad. So then from there, we can add another maneuver. You see what it's doing? Oh, we're going below. Ah! We might even get a polar orbit. Ooh. Wow, look how much it's changed our orbit. That is cool. If we can get that, we then might be able to land on an ice cap when we come back. Ah, that's cool. That is cool. Right, so let's execute this node, because I like that. Now, one thing I have noticed, this is the computer working it out, or the game working it out. Once you've done the node, it can slightly change, so it wasn't 100% perfect, basically. Let's go back to this one, this view. I might have to do the staging, which is slightly annoying. It moved back round. Start burn in 4 minutes. Probably speed up again. It's just because it went so far off of the angle it needed to be. There we go. To the retrograde. And fire. And dump stage. Off fuel. Tons of fuel. It's absolute tons of fuel. There we go. It's growing. Oh, 1.5 million meters away from Kerbin. Not even half our fuel yet. We don't want tons of fuel when we come back, because if you crash with tons of fuel, your spaceship is going to explode. There we go. We've caught our intercept with the moon. See, it's close as it can, but it's not perfect. Never perfect. That's it. Right, so now... Set target. Which I should have done first. We can now move over to the moon. Add a maneuver. How much fuel is this going to take? Quite a lot by those things. 26 seconds? Nah, that's fine. 120 to 111. Go a bit closer than that. 26, no, let's go a little bit higher. 41, that's close. Trying to get it to about 30. 34, that'll do. Okay, let's execute the next node. Right, Kerman. The good thing about having the scientists, if you remember, they can reset the science experiments. So we could have probably done a few of these by now. Big bada boom, exactly that. Oh, here it comes. How close we got, just from our burn. Our first little bit of orbit took us that close to the moon. There we go, going for another burn. 20 seconds, quite a long burn actually. Should have enough fuel. As if not, Mr. Bob Kerman is stuck in space. Because we don't have the tools or the well, we have the resources. We don't have the tools to be able to get him back yet. There we go. And stop. There we go. Right, so now we have our first Kerbin that has escaped the orbit of the moon. Now, I don't know why we've come into this orbit. I know I must have put it off of line or something. And we came in lower or higher. No, lower. That's why we've gone to this weird orbit. Because I was actually expecting us just to do that. Because getting back into Kerbin's orbit is going to be a bit more tricky now. I'm not going to do it yet. But I'm going to add a maneuver to see if I can get us back into. Okay, so that puts us on an orbit round Kerbin. But look how big an orbit that is. Try it from the other way. Delete that one. God, look how high we're going. Wow. Okay. How big an orbit is that? That's a massive orbit. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. We may have lost our scientist. Like that. Oh, we might have to do that and then bring it in. Making sure we got fuel. Looks like we got enough fuel. Yeah, that would bring us straight back into Kerbin. So it does look like we've got enough fuel to do it. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. We haven't lost our scientist. I'm going to get rid of these because we're first going to do some science. And then I'll reconfigure it once we're done our scientists. Find it. Moon's in the way. Right, so let's warp to... We're going that way. Warp to about here. Oh, I didn't want to go to Minas. Oh, look how close we are. See the surface. You can see the scatterer, which is all these rocks. So, let's do a conduct materials survey. Keep that science, 150 science. And then because we have the scientists aboard, we can reset it. Log temperature, we'll keep that. Another 48. Log pressure, keep that. Now, we didn't actually need 3 mystery goos in here. Because we can observe it, keep it, and then reset. And we can close the doors. Look at it. I love the amount of detail on the moon. It's so, so cool. I'm guessing we still can't do an EVA. Yeah. Oh, astronaut complex upgrade required. Oh, okay. We'll do that next. We'll do that when we get back. I'll probably just upgrade all the buildings to full because we've got so much money. But that's pretty much all the science we're going to be able to do from here. We will wait. Oh, look at the size of that crater. You do get different science for different regions and stuff. There is poles, there is craters. You land in a crater, you get different science to if you land just on the dusty sides. It's, yeah, there's a lot of science we need to get from here. Stationeers. Ooh, no, I don't know what that is, actually. Right, so now we've got to get back out of here. This is a high orbit, wasn't it? It's 119. So let's warp to here. No, what is it, Christy? Is it about building space stations? Okay. I love space. I love most things to do with space. I think it's incredible. And the fact that we are pretty much in a space race at the moment to try and get to Mars and the moon and stuff, I just think it's freaking amazing. I wasn't around for the... Oh, no, cancel. Moon landing. Oh, I didn't want that. I wanted lock. Yeah, I wasn't around for the moon landing, so this would be the first sort of major space-related thing that I would have experienced. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen like Mars rover and stuff like that, but getting people back to the moon is freaking cool. Right, so what I reckon we need to do is from here accelerate to lose the moon's gravitational pull, which takes us to there, which is a massive orbit. And then from here, shrink. Don't encounter the moon again, which is what that was doing. I want to see if it's actually registering the amount of fuel. I'm not sure if it is. That is a long burn. Although it says 8 seconds. I reckon that's going to be more than 8 seconds. Oh, it's just for the first one. Alright, execute this one. Get into this weird orbit. Station is very detailed. You have to correct pressures, temperature, O2 mix, etc. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd probably like that. By the sounds things, I'd probably like that. Right. There it is. That is where we are heading back to. We've got tons of fuel. Absolute tons of it. As you can see, it doesn't take much to change your velocity whilst in a vacuum. Well, the vacuum of space, anyway. Because I believe there are different types of vacuums. I'm not particularly scientific. Oh, thank goodness we're not seeing any red. Because when that goes red, when we're out of fuel. 12? Oh no, I don't want to be 12. 200's not too bad. 30. What I'm trying to do, which isn't what NASA does, I believe, but I'm trying to get the slowest point of the orbit around Kerbal, and then try and slow it down even more when we're there. So we can bring this side in. So we're not having ridiculous speeds when we're getting back into Kerbal's atmosphere. That's good, because if it goes wrong, we can just burn here, and then... so while we're here, let's do another scientific experiment. Ability control on, please. Keep that. Reset them. We are in a very, very high orbit above all Kerbin. That. Close the doors. Now, I may have doubled up on some of these experiments, but I'd still rather double up. Get as much science as we can, so we can unlock some new landers and things in the next stream. This is going to be the last thing we do for this one. Get our Bob, our lovely scientist Bob, back to Kerbin. Right, execute node. We'll travel. So at the moment, we are still in the moon's orbit. You should see this change. There we go. There it's changed. We are now in Kerbin's orbit. Now you burn. 15 seconds worth of burn. Go. Enough fuel. Oh, very little fuel left. Okay, we'll probably have to do it the NASA way then. We're going to be very fast when we come back to Kerbin. So that's done. As you can see, our orbit is going to get very close there. 109,000. So now we're in this orbit. Can we do another one? I do feel like I'm doubling up on some of these, but hey-ho. We can't do any of these now because I think I've done them all. Yeah, I've done them all. Another mystery goop. That. Oh, we didn't do a crew report. Let's do a crew report. And then lastly, log some pressure data. I think we've done all of those. Right, so now let's see how much fuel we've actually got. Hardly any. While I'm here... Oh, I don't really want to land on the dark side. Something dark side. See, out of fuel. Trying to do now, bring this in so we land in Kerbal. Oh, we're going to be going fast when we... Going to be dark side, unfortunately. Bit annoying, but hey ho. Don't even know how far that is. Looks like it's in Kerbal. Oh, there we go. It's 11. That's what it is in. Try that. So execute next node. That power is still at 100. As in 100%. Hi, Moon. Hey, Kerbal. World's first milestone. To escape the gravitational influence of the moon. Oh yeah, I suppose we haven't done that yet because our satellite is still there. Alright, there we go. Fuel is basically empty. I will use the rest of that as we get very close to Kerbal. So, not auto warp so far. So warp to there. Down. And then let's go to retrograde. Fire the last of our fuel. Here we go. Do the separation stage. Oh, I don't think you can do it in that view. We can separate like that. Gonna go crashing back down to Kerbal. So we warp to there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, because we don't have a pilot, and the drone thing, or the AI that is controlling this ship, isn't sophisticated enough to do this for us. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Especially when we get into orbit. Or back from... sorry, into the... Oh, there we go, into the atmosphere, which we are now. 3,000 meters a second. Oh, we're going fast. Oh, something's burning up. Going too fast. I think it's our struts. Oh no, there's a lot of it burning up. Yeah, that's alright. We should be fine. Heat shield is taking damage because, you know, that's a lot of heat there. Struts taking some damage. We're doing good. 2,000 meters a second. Scared to touch it because if I touch it, it will probably flip round and then will be like a bullet. 1,000 meters a second. When the flames die off, we will open up our first stage of shoots. Whoop. It should naturally start pointing upwards anyway. It looks like we're not going to land in the freaking sea for once. I don't know what we're landing on. Looks like landmass. Oh, probably mountainous by the looks of things. Be fun. Right, let's get them open. Speed up time. Is it desert, actually? Might be desert. You gonna open? Oh, phew, phew. I wasn't sure they were gonna open or not then. Alright, now we'll do the final one. And we'll unlock our landing gear. Now the only problem is, if we do an EVA, we're not going to be able to get back up to the crew hatch. We're stuck. So I won't be doing an EVA. And I want brakes on. There we go. Final parachute open. Ooh, 7 meters a second. Ooh, we might be going a bit fast. We might be a bit heavy. May get an explosion, chat. We may get an explosion. Store data from here. Quick. And slow. And we are down. Yay, look at that. We're down. And we're in the desert by the looks of things. Can't do any of these, can we? No. Which is annoying. Pressure. There we go. Oh, we just done pressure, you fool. We need to reset one. Yeah. Reset a goo canister. Serve the goo. Mystery goo. In the desert, goo seems to hate it here. Then we'll do a crew report. Keep that. And I know I said I wasn't going to do an EVA. I'm going to hope he grabs hold. Yes, he's grabbed hold of it. Woo! EVA report. Collect that. And then board back. And recover. Hooray! We did our first mission to orbit around the moon and we got back safely. Wow, that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Sorry, don't know where that cough came from. Oh, 334 science earned from that as well. Look at all of that. Yeah, see, we did a couple of duplicates by the looks of things. Or only one. Oh, two. Yeah, only two. So everything pretty much bar two thingies. That was probably when we were still round the moon. Yeah, and I thought we were actually round Kerbal. And we got a load of funds. And, oh yay, our scientist is now level 1. Excellent. Right, first things first. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. We've got tons of money. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Oh, we're running out of money now. Upgrade that. Okay. We've still got 72,000. Oh, crikey. I spent quite a lot of money doing that. I didn't realise. It was quite that amount of money. But right, that is where we're going to leave it for this stream. Hey, flyby from the moon. We will start doing more contracts to gain some money and stuff now. But now we've got more science. We've pretty much unlocked as much as we can at the stage we're at. But as you can see, there's still quite a lot of tech tree to go. Certainly when we start getting to nuclear-propelled engines. No, space is not cheap. You're not wrong there. But it means we're probably going to have to start doing some contracts because of the amount of money I just spent there. Which means that we need to, like, ferry people to the moon and stuff like that, which is going to be fun. So we've got some big rockets to unlock. Big rockets. Like the next ones are quite cool. The doubles. Badass, to be honest. Massive solid boosters. So yeah, next one is going to be fun. So landing on the moon and hopefully getting to Minas. But right, okay, I am just going to... Oh, I don't need to save it with this game. It does it automatically. I'm going to put my end screen on because I'm going to end it here because we are over the 3 hours, which is what I normally try and do. But I do hope you will all come back for the next one, which I am about to set up. And join me in landing on the moon and the other moon of... Oh, sorry, Minas of Kerbal. And if we get that, maybe we'll try and get to another planet. Or maybe we'll even try and get a probe to another planet, definitely, and then see if we can get a Kerbal to another planet. But anyway, I will see how the next stream goes. Next stream will probably be 4 hours rather than 3, depending on how we go. But we'll see. But thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And I hope to see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.